Hi guys, welcome back to the channel after a very long hiatus. I'm very excited to get started back with my YouTube channel and help you guys further along in your content creation, in your vintage needs, in your comedy, and whatever you guys need. So, today I would like to talk to you guys about 5 things that nobody told me when I started my TikTok account professionally, and also just what people don't tell you when you become a content creator. So, let's get started. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin this video. These are just my opinions. I have only been doing TikTok professionally for 2 years, a little over. I'm by no means Addison Rae. I'm not Charli D'Amelio. I'm not some huge celebrity influencer. I'm just a little niche micro celebrity on TikTok. And these are just my opinions. So the first thing that people don't tell you about starting a TikTok and becoming a content creator online is that there are going to be a lot of days when you don't feel like working, because it is a job. TikTok for me is a job, and while I don't make a ton of money off of it, most of my money does come from collaborations. So the harder I work on my videos, the more collaborations I get. But like with any job, there are going to be a lot of days when you need to set aside the time to actually do it. And you're not going to want to do it, and it's going to be tiring, and you're going to be like, oh, and you got to wake up in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, do your hair, do your makeup for me. And unfortunately, I'm not one of those TikTokers that can just get out of bed, straighten their hair, pop on some mascara, and that's it. When you're like me and you have an entire aesthetic based on your looks, you have to do it. You have to get ready, you have to do your hair, you have to do your makeup. At least that's how I feel, especially because my entire brand is revolving around this, my image, my style. There's going to be a lot of days when you don't feel like doing it, but on the flip side, you know that you want to put the content out there, and you want to make your fans happy, and you want to give people the content that they're looking for, and that's the most important thing to me. While my TikTok is primarily a creative outlet for me, it allows me to make the jokes that I want to make in the style that I like. It's also for you guys. It's also for your entertainment and your enjoyment, and I want to make sure that I can upkeep that. The second thing that nobody really talks about when you become a content creator online is collaborations. Collaborations, oh my god. While they can be amazing and get you a lot of money and be a really good little side job for you, especially when you first start out, they are not always going to be so great, okay? You're not going to make $500 from some major makeup brand, just giving you some products to try out. It's not going to be like that. A lot of companies will try and scam you. A lot of companies will try to shortchange you. A lot of companies will try to gaslight you into believing that you are not worth what you're saying that you're worth. And part of being a collaborator or collaborating with other brands is that you do need to know your worth. If you haven't already, I recommend sitting down and really just thinking about, well, how much am I willing to get paid? How much are these companies going to pay me? How much will I accept? If you accept free products, that's great. I don't just accept free products unless it's a brand that I truly like, because free products don't pay my bills, you feel me? So when a company comes up to me, especially when you first start out, they're going to know that you're brand new and that you are going to accept the free products and the commission links and the affiliate links and all that. So a brand will come up to you and say, hey, we'll give you this free product in exchange for just two videos. When I was first starting out, there was a water bottle brand. I think it was called The Coldest, something, I can't remember what it was called, but I remember they were going around to a lot of my influencer friends and myself, and they were like, hey, we'll give you $100 for 10 videos. And at the time I was like, oh boy, a whole $100 for 10 videos, sign me up. And then I realized 10 videos is a lot of videos. You can scroll through 10 TikTok videos in 5 seconds, but when you're making the videos and they all have to be original and they all have to be different, you can't just submit the same 10 videos. That's a lot of work. For $10 a video? No. So a lot of my friends actually took that bait and they become partners with this water bottle company. I chose not to, and I'm glad I didn't. But a lot of companies will offer you free products. A lot of companies will offer you affiliate links, which is essentially where you can earn commission. So if you sell one dress for $100, you can earn 20 bucks, 30 bucks off of it, depending on your commission. If you make 30% commission, you're only going to get $20 to $30. You know, in theory, if you sell $1,000 worth of those dresses, 10 dresses, you can make $300. Sounds great, but the problem is, I've never, ever clicked on somebody's affiliate link. Ever. Affiliate links are essentially useless. Yeah, you can make money if people click your link, buy the product, use your code, all that. And a lot of people would rather just buy it somewhere else or buy it on their own time. So while the potential for money making is there with affiliate links and commission, slim to none. Slim to none. And even if you do make money, it's going to be like 30 bucks. You know, and is that really worth it? I don't think so. And another way that companies will try and scam you and make it seem like a collaboration, and yes, I do say scam because you actually end up losing money, is the brand ambassador scam. You see this on Instagram all the time. Even if you're not a TikTok content creator or a content creator at all or an influencer, anybody's Instagram will be targeted by these like bots that are like, hey, my name is Kira. I am a social media manager for this company, and we want you, yes you, to be a brand ambassador for our necklace company, swimwear company, jewelry company, tiara company, whatever. The problem with this is they'll send you free products, and for most people they're like, oh yeah, free products, awesome, but you have to pay shipping and handling. And you're like, okay, well, I just had to pay $20 for shipping and handling. And they're like, that's fine, but you're going to earn commission, so you're just going to make it right back. As we already discussed with commission, you make nothing off commission, basically. So now you're out $20, you bought a bathing suit. You weren't given a bathing suit, you bought a bathing suit. Because guess what? On their website, that same bathing suit's $20 and free shipping. So that's how they'll get you, and so you just have to be very, very cautious, very, very aware of the brands that you're working with, their reputation, the words and the phrases that they're using when they speak to you. Brand ambassador is always a dead giveaway. I never work with a company that says, we want you to be our brand ambassador. I'm like, you just want me to buy your product. That's it. You just have to be careful about the brands that you work with, how they speak to you, if they're nice to you, if they're rude to you. I never work with companies that are rude to me. And you have to know your worth. Sometimes a company will approach you with a deal and you say, I say, I'm sorry, but due to time constraints, due to school, due to college, I'm not accepting anything that isn't a paid promotion. And this will either go one of two ways. Either the company will say, oh, we're sorry, like we're not doing paid promotions, that's not in our budget, or they'll just ghost you. The other side though, I've had companies where I've said like, I'm sorry, I'm only doing paid promotions right now because, you know, I am a college student. And they'll go, oh, okay, well, you know, we'll offer you this. So the negotiation begins. There are some companies out there that are willing to pay you if you just ask to be paid. Some companies can't, and that's fine. I've had companies say, okay, we acknowledge that you only do paid collaborations, but we can't afford that at this time. So they will actually come back to me at a later date, like a month later, 2 months later, whatever, and say, hey, we kept you in mind for our collaboration last time. Would you like to work with us again? So hopefully that's what will happen for you. The third thing that nobody really talks about as a content creator is coming up with new ideas all the time. I used to post 3 times a day, every day, 7 days a week. It was exhausting, just truly exhausting. I ran out of ideas really fast and I burnt out quite quickly, and I stopped doing TikToks for a while because of it. My solution was to simply take it down a notch and post only 5 times a week during the weekdays, and then that didn't work out. It was still a little too stressful, so I only started posting on the weekends, 3 days a week, maybe Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. But coming up with new ideas that are on brand, in trend, but just enough out of the trend that is unique, and if it applies to your niche, it's hard. It really is, and people don't talk enough about that. I try to come up with new ideas all the time. I do not repeat jokes, I do not repeat content, and I know a lot of content creators that also are the same way, and they post a lot more. So I sit down with them and I ask them, like, how do you do this? And for the most part, the people that can come up with brand new content all the time, they're stay-at-home moms. They don't go to college, so they have a lot more free time to devote to making content. Unfortunately, I don't make enough money to quit my day job, but maybe we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't take it too personally if you can't come up with new ideas all the time. Your audience will understand the fact that you're trying to deliver to them the highest quality content possible while maintaining some sort of consistency, because consistency is key. But keep in mind, at the end of the day, it is quality over quantity always. Always, always, always. I would so much rather my favorite creator make 1 post a week than make 3 posts a day every single day and have them be just some cookie cutter nonsense being pumped out because they have to put out the content. You are your own boss. Don't forget that. That's another thing. Like, you're your own boss. Sure, you might have deadlines if you're doing collaborations and you have people managing you, overlooking your content and overlooking your progress and saying, hey, is our video done yet? But for the most part, you make the rules. Don't forget that. It's okay to double back on your content because you just can't afford to sustain it. Like I said, I'm a college student. I work. As much as I love TikTok, as much as I love making content, it's not a priority. So do what you can with what you have. The next point I want to make about TikTok specifically, while this does apply to Instagram, YouTube, dare I even say like Facebook Shorts, the algorithm is whack. For lack of a better term, it's just whack. TikTok specifically is infamous for being confusing, to say the least. Nobody really knows how the TikTok algorithm works. There's been a million theories, there's been a million ideas, there's been a million like infographics that's like, here's how the TikTok algorithm works. None of it is completely accurate. Nobody really knows how TikTok's algorithm works, and TikTok doesn't really ever give a clear statement of how it works. So it's really all a guessing game. And another thing I wish I knew was like, it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error and testing things out and trying different looks, trying different trends, trying different lighting, different setups, just to see what people like and what sticks. The thing that I've got going on right now, this is what I found works for me. The type of content people really, in my experience as a vintage blogger, in my experience as a vintage content creator, people really like horror. People love like scary things, especially because, like the vintage aesthetic can be a little scary. So like the Possibly in Michigan video, that was my most popular video of all time. People love horror. People were asking for more horror. You just have to figure out what works. Comedy is something that I find always works. I mean, sticking with the trends is always a safe bet. Part of being an influencer on TikTok or content creator, whatever you want to call it, it's a lot of trial and error, and it's a lot of guessing because the algorithm just isn't consistent, and that's why people end up shadow banned and they don't know why, because TikTok's algorithm just decided like a post you made wasn't appropriate or a comment you made wasn't appropriate, so boom, you're shadow banned for indefinitely for no reason. It's a huge pain. It's a huge pain. I hate TikTok's algorithm with a passion, and that's part of the reason why people are flocking from TikTok to other apps like YouTube. Exhibit A. People are flocking to other apps with more sustainable, with more consistent algorithms, because TikTok's is too hard to figure out, and a video, you could post 2 identical videos, one could blow up and one could completely flop. There's really no telling, and that's something I really wish that somebody had talked to me about before I started doing it, because I took it really hard when my videos didn't do well, and I don't take it so hard anymore. Like, it's still hard not to take it personally when a video you worked really hard on gets 1,000 views and 50 likes, because you worked so hard on it, but TikTok's algorithm just decided like, it's not what we're looking for. Don't take it personally. You take it down and you republish it later when everyone else has forgotten about it, including the algorithm. Okay, it's not a big deal. Just, you can always republish something or remake something. The fifth and final thing I want to talk about, people don't tell you when you're becoming a TikTok content creator, is the fact that you don't have a true audience. And I'm not saying this because, you got followers and yeah, but you don't have a true audience. When you're a musician, an actor, a comic, or just anybody that performs, you have an audience. It is audience and it is the performer. You're up on stage and they're in the crowd. That's how that works. That's the dynamic. But TikTok is really interesting because it's all together and you don't have a true audience. My favorite comedian, Bo Burnham, actually experienced this and talked a lot about it in his recent special, Inside. Go watch it on Netflix. Amazing. Fortunately for Bo Burnham, I hope so, it's only a temporary issue. During the COVID pandemic, the comedian unfortunately couldn't be up on stage anymore, and he had to make his comedy specials from inside his house. While this was an unfortunate reality for a little bit, for people like me, it's an everyday. Right now I'm sitting alone in my room, I'm talking to a camera. When I'm doing a live stream, I'm talking to a camera. When I'm doing TikTok videos, I'm doing it in front of a camera, and the worst part is there's nobody to affirm the fact that what you're doing is funny. If I do something goofy in front of the camera right now, no one's here to say it, you know what I mean? Like, no one's here to laugh. So I found that to be extremely hard, just as somebody who always likes to make my friends laugh and is encouraged and egged on by my friends because they're laughing, and like that gives me the signal like what I'm doing is good. But you don't really get that. So I think the trick is, for me anyway, is to be your own audience and your own cheerleader in a sense. I watch my own videos all the time. I love my own content. I do. So that's the trick. You have to egg yourself on and be like, this is good. This is funny. I'm going to put this out there. And if it flops, it flops. And that's the hard part, because by the time that your video is published online, the work's already done. You already got on the makeup, you already got on the dress and the shoes, and you already did the filming. You already, slapped some edits on it. You already captioned it. The work's done. All you had to do is hit the publish button and there it is. Even with all the work still being done, it could very well flop, and you're not going to know until it's published, and that's the hardest part. Really, all of it is about keeping optimistic and saying like, I'm confident in what I'm doing and I'm confident that what I'm doing is good. It's unfortunate that there's nobody to laugh when you make your jokes, but the comment section will let you know if it's good or not, and that's my favorite part. So comments mean a lot to me personally, and also doing live streams is really good for my self-esteem, just because I get to hear people type like, hey, I really like your content, this video was really good, I actually really enjoy watching your videos, things like that. So don't be discouraged if you're not getting that immediate gratification, that immediate satisfaction or acknowledgement, affirmation that your content's good, because it is. And if it's not, then you just take what you're doing and you adjust it, and then you keep putting it out there and you fine tune it until you find what works for you. And that's what I did, and that's why I'm here right now. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it helped a little bit. I got a little deep at the end, but I hope it helped a little bit. If you have any questions about what it's like being a TikTok content creator, I would love to answer more questions, so just comment those down below. Comment what you'd like to see from me next. I am really looking forward to using YouTube as a bigger platform for myself. So feel free to say what you would like to see from me, and I would love to start creating professionally as a YouTuber. So go ahead and do that, and subscribe, like, all that, and I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye!